It's a one-man operation, and all our switches are electronically operated, so we needed remote control.
Since we brought it up to the high line, it's really saved us a lot of heartaches as far as getting engine support from internal logistics operations.
It's real easy to figure out, works real good.
And they come out and demonstrated for us, and it worked real good, and that sold us.
It's made life a lot easier. We can maintain our priorities without interrupting the furnace operations, which has helped a whole lot.
The Trackmobile developed radio control, allowing operators to control driverless movement of the Trackmobile. That will reduce your operating cost, improve productivity, and increase safety.
We had to have one of our people instruct the locomotive operators what to do, make the signals, make the communication. We're here, the person now who was given those signals and telling them what to do, knows what to do, just grabs the Trackmobile, grabs the remote, and goes with it.
A very good investment. It's a one-man job now.
It takes that guy out of the Trackmobile, and then we can have him doing other things as far as prepping cars and...
Well, strictly for efficiency. We can use one operator to not only move the cars to location, that same operator can load the cars while operating the Trackmobile to move the cars where he needs to. So you cut down on the amount of manpower that is needed to do the same thing that two men used to do.
A man alone will cost you about $100,000 to pay out here on the payroll.
Saves time, saves money.
Basically, it's a numbers game. The remote control will pay for itself in a matter of months.
We've certainly not sacrificed anything in safety. We've never had any incidents or near misses or anything as far as safety is concerned with it.
As far as safe, you control the movement. When you're getting near the track, when you're going to put a block under or something, everything's stopped.
Oh, it's very safe. You got emergency stops on them. They can stop that thing anytime.
And you're in control, which is fabulous as far as I'm concerned. You're not depending on somebody else. From an operating standpoint, this is the control. It takes me where I need to go. It does what I need to do.
Very easy to drive, very easy to use.
It was very easy to operate. I virtually picked up the remote and they showed me what the controls did, and within a matter of minutes I was operating the Trackmobile. So when we brought it back, made the purchase and brought it back to the plant to show our operators how to use it, it was like running a video game, and they loved it, and when they like something, it makes it a lot easier for them to learn.
Very easy. We had a safety meeting for all the potential users or operators before we used it, and after then, maybe 2-hour on-the-job training, and they were set to go.
As far as the controls go, they're very simple, easy to use. Most of the time, all you're using is the throttle, directional, and the brake. But you have the ability to uncouple from the cars, move over to the other track, pick up some other cars, switch them around without having to walk back and forth the extra 300 yards or whatever it is at the time, which makes the people a lot happier about that.
User-friendly is the way I put it. He's got two basic controls, that's his throttle and his brake, and then the auxiliary controls for his direction or for coupling and uncoupling are very accessible. And with a lot of other remote controls that we had seen, they didn't even have the capability of coupling or uncoupling the cars, where we've got that capability, and so we've even cut down the amount of walking that the operator has to do.
The batteries are a standard battery. I have one here. It's a standard Makita. They use them for their drills and stuff. Pick it up at any hardware store.
Buy them at any parts store. Anybody that sells power tools can get the battery for the remote control. That was one thing that we were very impressed with, is that they made it very simple to get the parts that we need. Gets down to it, one of the guys has a power drill with the same battery in it. He brings it in and we can use that. So that was a good idea. Did a lot of testing before we brought it in here, because we have a lot of other radio controlled equipment within the plant.
We have all the engines that are radio controlled. The ore bridges, half of them are on a radio control frequency for the bridge travel.
And we wanted to make sure that we weren't going to interfere from one piece of equipment to another piece of equipment. So you have to, check your frequencies, and that's why we've got a radio shop that's able to double check the frequencies. We walked around the whole plant with the remote to see if it was going to be any interference anywhere, and it is not.
We haven't had any interference with this or with anything else from this, so we've been happy.
I have had 10 cars hooked onto it before, and there's no problem.
And the range has been spectacular because a lot of times we're moving 20 cars, and we always want the operator to stand at the point as he's traveling the cars to act as a safety man to make sure that somebody doesn't walk in front of the lead car. And we've got plenty of range, so it's really done its job for us.
It's been dropped a few times. It gets bounced.
They're very rugged, so we've had no problems with any of it so far, so they're built to last.
So far, we haven't found any applications that the Trackmobile can't do. I can switch cars from this track to that track down the High Line with the Trackmobile.
Oh, as far as loading wise, you got more control of the whole train that you're loading. As far as filling the cars, you can get them up to the weight better, and it's quicker than trying to talk to somebody and tell them to stop and go. You got more control of everything.
If they're loading rail cars or anything like that, it's a good deal. It works good.
We use it for other things. Anything that we used to have to get an engine or use one of our other transfer cars on the High Line to do, we just bring the operator down, grab the Trackmobile with the remote control, and do anything we need to do.
Let Trackmobile's radio control system improve your productivity and reduce your cost. Contact the dealer in your area and get your railcar movement in the radio control mode.